In the deepest parts of the ocean, where even sunlight slowly disappears into darkness, there lives a creature so enormous that it changes the way humans understand the true scale of nature itself. This is not a mythical beast, and not some fictional movie monster. This is the blue whale, the largest animal ever known to exist on Earth. So massive that even an elephant looks small beside it. So heavy that its weight can equal nearly 30 elephants combined. But the most shocking part is this. Such a gigantic creature survives by eating some of the smallest animals in the ocean, tiny creatures called krill. The blue whale is not just an animal. It is a living mystery from Earth's ancient past. Scientists believe that even many dinosaurs were not as large as a fully grown blue whale. Its body can stretch close to 100 feet long, about the size of a large passenger airplane. And when it rises to the surface to breathe, its blow can shoot nearly 30 feet into the air. For sailors crossing distant oceans, that towering spray of water is often the first sign that a blue whale is nearby. But the real question is, how did such an enormous creature ever evolve? Because millions of years ago, the ancestors of whales did not live in the ocean at all. They were small land mammals, walking on 4 legs. Fossils discovered by scientists reveal that ancient whale ancestors slowly adapted to life in water. Over time, their bodies changed, their legs became smaller, and eventually, they transformed into fully marine animals. Even today, blue whales still carry tiny pelvic bones inside their bodies, a silent reminder of the legs their ancestors once used to walk on land. It is considered one of the most extraordinary examples of evolution ever discovered. The heart of a blue whale can weigh around 400 pounds. Some scientists say its heartbeat can be detected from miles away using specialized instruments. And when a blue whale dives deep beneath the ocean, its heartbeat slows dramatically, sometimes dropping to only 2 beats per minute, allowing the whale to conserve oxygen. That is why it can remain underwater for nearly 90 minutes. But powering such a gigantic body requires an unbelievable amount of food. And this is where the blue whale becomes even more fascinating. It does not hunt giant sea creatures, and it does not attack large animals. Instead, it survives by swallowing millions of tiny krill. Krill are small shrimp-like creatures, smaller than a human finger. The blue whale opens its enormous mouth and takes in massive amounts of seawater in a single gulp. Then, special structures inside its mouth, called baleen plates, filter the water back out while trapping the krill inside. In a single day, a blue whale can consume nearly 4 tons of krill.
And that is what amazes people most. The largest creature on Earth depends on microscopic life to survive. The voice of a blue whale is just as mysterious as its size. It is one of the loudest animals on the planet. Its deep, low-frequency calls can travel hundreds of miles through the ocean. In the dark and endless underwater world, those sounds become their way of communicating. Some scientists believe the calls are so deep that humans cannot hear them naturally. Special instruments are often needed to detect them. But humanity's relationship with the blue whale has not always been peaceful. There was a time when humans nearly drove this gentle giant to extinction.
During the 1900s,
the whaling industry expanded rapidly. Massive ships, harpoons, and human greed. Together, they pushed the blue whale to the edge of survival. Its oil, its blubber, and many parts of its body became valuable for trade. Thousands of blue whales were killed. In some regions, their numbers dropped so low that scientists feared the species might disappear forever. It became one of the darkest chapters in marine history. Eventually, countries around the world began banning commercial whaling. Slowly, the blue whale gained protection. Today, their population is recovering, but the danger is far from over.
Because now, the enemy is no longer the harpoon. It is the modern human world itself. Plastic pollution, fast-moving cargo ships, noise pollution, and climate change all continue to threaten the lives of blue whales. Many are struck by ships and die from the impact. Others become trapped in fishing nets. But perhaps the greatest threat comes from rising ocean temperatures. Because krill thrive in cold water. If the oceans continue warming, krill populations may decline, creating a food crisis for blue whales. Yet, despite their incredible size, blue whales are remarkably peaceful creatures. Attacks on humans are almost unheard of. In fact, they usually avoid humans altogether. Many divers who have encountered a blue whale up close describe the experience not as terrifying, but deeply calming, as if the ocean itself were breathing beside them. Of course, the myths surrounding giant sea creatures still continue today.
Some people claim that even larger creatures exist somewhere in the deep ocean. Stories of mega whales and sea monsters continue to spread online. Occasionally, viral videos showing giant shadows beneath the sea spark new theories. But to this day, science has found no evidence of any animal larger than the blue whale. Still, the ocean remains full of mysteries. More than 80% of Earth's deep ocean remains unexplored. And wherever mystery exists, human imagination follows. Ancient sailors once believed that giant whales could swallow entire ships. But that was only a myth. The throat of a blue whale is actually quite narrow, far too small to swallow a human whole. Because its diet was never designed for large prey, only tiny krill. Yet its enormous size has filled human imagination with fear and wonder for centuries. In some cultures, whales were seen as gods of the sea. In others, they were believed to be symbols of good fortune. Certain indigenous communities even believed that whale songs carried messages from spirits. Even today, many sailors consider spotting a blue whale a sign of luck. And even their babies are enormous. A newborn blue whale calf can already measure around 25 feet long and weigh several tons. After birth, it can gain nearly 200 pounds every single day. Its mother's milk is so rich in nutrients that the calf grows at an astonishing speed. A blue whale mother is also fiercely protective of her young. Although adults have few natural predators, groups of orcas, also known as killer whales, can sometimes attack young calves. Still, a fully grown blue whale is so massive that even the ocean's top predators usually avoid confronting it. Scientists continue studying blue whales even today. Using satellites, they track their migrations, record their calls,
and try to understand how these giants influence the ocean ecosystem.
Because the blue whale is not just another marine animal. It plays a vital role in maintaining the balance of the ocean itself. When whales rise from deep waters to the surface, they transport important nutrients upward. Some scientists call this process the whale pump. Those nutrients help support plankton and countless smaller marine organisms. In other words, blue whales do not simply live in the ocean. They help sustain ocean life itself. Today, people from around the world travel on whale-watching expeditions, hoping to witness one for themselves. And when a massive blue body suddenly emerges from the surface, lifting its tail high into the air,
people often fall completely silent, because in that moment, they realize that nature is far larger, older, and more mysterious than humanity will ever be. But perhaps the greatest mystery of the blue whale is not its size. It is its calmness. So much power, yet no violence. So much size, yet no arrogance. For millions of years, it has continued to glide silently through the depths of the ocean. Like the final living memory of Earth's ancient past. And maybe that is why, when someone sees a blue whale for the very first time, they do not just see an animal. They see the overwhelming vastness of our planet itself.